Want a wine that takes you straight to sunny California? I've got you. The wine I'm sharing with you today is a 2022 Pacific Gate Cabernet Sauvignon from California. Now this is an exciting wine for 3 reasons. First off, it's new and it's going gangbusters, and that's important because there's never been more wine on shelf everywhere in the world. Fierce competition pushes quality up and prices down. So to be able to launch a successful wine in today's competitive market tells you it's got to be good, and it is. It's a ripe, round, delicious red, but more on that in a moment. Which brings me to the third reason. The label is fabulous. It's an image that evokes the Golden Gate Bridge, which is the gateway to California's wine country. I love that. Now, labels matter so much because they grace your table, and you've got to feel proud to pour it. Plus, it's got to entice you. So let's taste. In the glass, great depth of color, beautiful, you'd expect that. Now this is a $17.95 wine, so sub $20, very competitive at that price, and we'll taste and we'll see why. So great color, great depth of color. Depth of color is important because it suggests concentration in the glass. It's also Cabernet Sauvignon. Cabernet tends to have, thicker skins, and when it's ripened fully, like it is in California, you end up with that wonderful depth of color. It's opaque in the center, and that opaque color tapers almost to the very rim. And on the nose, beautiful. I love this because there's lots of plump, dark, ripe fruit. So yes, lots of black cherry, lots of cassis, blackcurrant, that sort of thing, but there's something else going on, like a nuttiness, a toastiness, a spiciness, a little bit maybe of Christmas cake or something like that. So something evocative more than just ripe fruit. And on the palate, sun-drenched goodness. Saturates the palate, floods in, fans out. First, there's that wonderful ripe primary fruit. You've got plummy notes and black cherries and sort of muddled black fruit, black forest fruit. And then it's still there as it tapers into the long finish. All of the nuances that you found on the nose, such as nutty notes, a little bit of mocha, a hint of coffee, things like this are emerging on the finish. And that's because this did have a little bit of oak treatment. So that contact with oak imparts complexity, a little bit of interest, a little bit more seriousness, if you like. I also love the balance. Lots of mouth-watering acidity to balance the wonderful sweet fruited center. Makes it, makes your mouth water, keeps it table friendly so it refreshes bite after bite of whatever you're having. This is the kind of wine you can serve with confidence at the table, not only because of the label, but because of the liquid. It's a kind of wine that goes really well with a classic American hamburger. Smash burgers, yes. Broiled burgers, yes. Or if you've still got the barbecue out, that works well too. And don't be afraid to put a squirt of ketchup. American hamburgers have ketchup. And it works well with this because there's enough sweetness in the wine that it's not going to interfere with something like ketchup. But pile on the tomatoes too, and the lettuce and the onions, and make it gourmet with a little bit of cheese, and you'll be great. Or you can just, have it on its own, or with chestnuts roasted on an open fire. And that's what I wanted to talk about.